Imagine a corporate administrator uploading a massive CSV file, 20,000 rows of new learner data directly into a live application. That single upload triggers a massive sequence of tasks: parsing the file, validating rows against the database, generating PDF enrollment certificates, and dispatching emails to every user. When the API holds a client connection open while coordinating with external services, processing time exceeds the timeout window. The request breaks. The server thread remains blocked. As more users attempt to access, connection pools exhaust, causing the interface to crash. Executing slow or externally dependent tasks inside the immediate request-response cycle makes enterprise-scale resilience impossible. Web servers operate under hard physical limits. They possess a finite number of threads and memory boundaries, optimized for fast, lightweight I/O operations. To bypass these limits, we separate the acceptance of a request from the execution of the associated work. We introduce a message queue to act as a buffer. The application describes the work in a message, drops it into the queue, and moves on immediately. Reliable architecture isolates the system's core responsiveness by strategically deferring when specific work actually occurs. In this model, the producer API accepts the file, registers the job, and immediately returns a standard HTTP 202 exited status. The producer places a lightweight token into the queue containing job metadata. The queue serves as a holding buffer, storing messages safely until capacity is available. An independent process, the worker, pulls messages from the queue, executing heavy tasks at its own pace. Efficiency requires keeping these messages small. Instead of pushing a 20,000-row CSV through the buffer, you save the file to object storage and place a lightweight reference ID in the message. Because these workers are independent processes, they scale horizontally. If the queue fills up, you can spin up more workers without increasing load on the user-facing web API. This decoupling successfully shields the user experience from the latency of background processing. Distributed systems encounter transient failures daily. A database connection drops briefly, or an external email API returns a temporary timeout. Automated retries act as the first line of defense. If a job fails due to a network blip, the worker returns it to the queue for another attempt. Retrying immediately can worsen a struggling downstream service. Exponential backoff increases waiting intervals between attempts, allowing the external service to recover. Adding jitter introduces randomized variations in retry times, preventing hundreds of stalled workers from hitting a recovering database at the same millisecond. Permanent failures require a different approach. If a message contains corrupt data, it will never succeed, regardless of the retry count. Once a message exhausts its retry limit, the system routes it to a dead letter queue, a designated holding pen where failed messages wait for manual inspection. Without dead letter queues and mathematical backoff, temporary network blips transform into infinite processing loops. Standard message queues guarantee at least once delivery. The system promises a message will be delivered, but duplicates can occur during retries or worker failures. When a worker pulls a message, the queue hides it using a visibility timeout. If the worker crashes before completion, the timer expires and the queue makes the message visible again. A second worker then pulls the exact same task. A message is only permanently deleted from the queue when a worker sends an explicit acknowledgement, or ACK, after processing is complete. Because a crashed worker might have completed half the job before failing, the second worker requires idempotency. This ensures that processing the same message multiple times yields the same final state in the database as processing it once. Implementation involves checking state before acting. Before generating a course certificate, the worker queries the database to see if it already exists. If an architecture allows retries, it allows duplication. Strict idempotency is the bedrock of data integrity in asynchronous systems. Queues act as shock absorbers during traffic spikes, delaying load rather than eliminating it. If ingestion speed exceeds processing speed, the queue depth grows. In a single queue system, a massive user import can block critical, time-sensitive tasks like payment confirmations for hours. Priority lanes route traffic based on business urgency. Payment confirmations move to a high-priority lane, processed by dedicated workers, while background analytics wait in a low-priority lane. When a queue backlog grows, the immediate instinct is often to spin up more workers to clear the line. Overscaling workers can create a self-inflicted DDoS attack, melting down the central database or triggering external API rate limits. We manage this using backpressure, the strategy of deliberately rejecting new jobs or throttling ingestion to protect the system's core stability. True resilience requires managing the flow of data to protect the most fragile downstream components from the speed of your own workers. These layered defenses operate together during complex operations, such as importing a 20,000-row user CSV on a learning platform. The producer API accepts the file, writes it to object storage, and immediately updates the administrator's UI to a processing state. The worker begins validating rows, executing exponential backoff when the database slows. Corrupt rows route to the dead letter queue without stalling the remainder of the file. If the worker restarts mid-batch, idempotency checks ensure that no learner is enrolled in the same course twice. By orchestrating the buffer and the state checks, thousands of records process in the background, while the user-facing application remains stable. Observability reveals the essential health metrics of the background environment. Because background failures are invisible to the user, tracking queue depth and dead letter counts is mandatory for identifying quiet failures. A production-ready queue requires decoupling, mathematical retries for transient errors, dead letter queues for poison messages, and strict idempotency for data safety. Implementing a message queue is more than a speed optimization. It is a fundamental architectural commitment to building robust and fault-tolerant systems.